we have the perseverance but no proper understanding, then we will reach somewhere else. Generally, we find in the world, some people have a lot of perseverance. They keep on doing, but they may not know. They may not be doing the right thing. So they don't reach the right destination. So dhruti is very important. And there are three types of dhruti mentioned here, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. So let us see. Dhritya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yoge na vyabhicharinya धृति सा पार्थ सात्विकी धृत्या यया धारयते मन प्राणेन्द्रिय क्रियाः. This is the Satviki Dhruti, the highest type of Dhruti, the power, the fortitude, power to persevere, power to hold on to. That's called Dhruti. And this Bhagavan says that ability to hold on to control the activities of the mind, the pranas and the indriyas. Mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena, in the path of yoga, means in the state of meditation and ultimately in the state of samadhi, to be able to hold on to this mind, intellect and the activities of the indriyas and all on one particular object of our meditation is called Satvik Dhruti. I'll explain. Like generally our mind runs from here and there. In meditation, our mind, our attention runs everywhere. We have to pay attention on our own self, and we should be able to hold on that attention for a long time. See, all of us, we have this ability to pay attention. All of you are paying attention? Yes. It's not involved some payment, huh? In our railway station also they keep talking about dhyan. Yatrigan kripaya dhyan do. If you better give dhyan, because you are busy talking there and you have a lot of luggage and all, and you are on that platform number 5 and busy chatting with all the friends who have come to see you off. But that Yatrigan kripaya dhyan do. प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 5 की गाड़ी अब प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 14 से जा रही है. But you are busy, क्या बताना, यात्रीगण ध्यान दो and all. Let us chat. Then you miss the गाड़ी. But if you pay attention, then you have to really hold on to all your bag and run like anything. Because within 5 minutes it will be going. So ध्यान दो यानी we have the ability. Attention is one of the most beautiful expression of our own self, of that consciousness. Consciousness has got the power to pay attention. See, there is the difference between concentration and attention. Concentration is something to do with your mind, with your thinking. But attention is something much superior than even concentration. For example, one may concentrate, one may focus one's thinking and all on one particular object. For example, this leaf, petal. See, I am not focusing. Petal. We can think about that petal. We can see that petal. But there is an ability within me which is able to pay attention not only to the petal, but even the one who is the eyes which are observing, looking at the petal, the whole atmosphere, everything I can just be generally aware of. So it is an ability of my own consciousness to be aware, to be attentive about everything in general and something in particular also. We can shift our attention also from one point to another. Like for example, if I tell you that, okay, pay attention to your nose. So you can, the whole attention can go on the nose. Especially when we have some disease or some problem and all, our attention goes there. Our attention goes there. And once that attention goes there, then we start thinking about it. कि क्या हो रहा है? So attention, we have the ability to shift our attention, focus it on. But to pinpoint that attention on a particular point, we require the help of thoughts. We require the help of words. If I say, okay, pay attention to your breathing. So breathing is a word, breathing is a thought, breathing is an understanding which you know. So once that comes, then you can pay attention to your breathing. So pay attention to the breathing as it comes in and goes out. Sometimes the breath comes more from the right nostrils or more from the left. More, one of the nostrils, more it is predominant. So we can pay attention to it. We have the ability to pay attention. That is one of the important, quality required in meditation. But the second most important quality required is to keep that attention focused on one point. That many times we don't have. We might be able to focus our attention at one point, but that length, the period of focusing it might be very short. Attention span, what we call. And because of our modern lifestyle and because of all this program on television, this, that and all, our attention span has come down. It has gone down. If a person, if in program also, if they don't do something really different and all, we get bored immediately. We can't pay attention on it much. Like the good old movies used to be there. 5 minutes that scene will go on there only. If somebody is singing, that fellow will be standing there only and singing, holding on to the wall or something and singing. And you will find that that wall has not moved and the hero has also not moved. But now that fellow sings and within seconds actually he is here in Delhi, next moment he is in Switzerland, or third moment he is there in France somewhere near the that Eiffel Tower. And next moment he is on the China border somewhere. In one song, changes dress so many times and jumps here and there and so many people behind. Because it's attention span, we want everything changing fast. Jaldi. So the ability to hold on the attention at one point is called dhriti. But this, to hold on at a subtler level, to focus our mind and the senses and their kriyas and all, to remove all the distraction of that mind and senses and all, and focus our attention on ourself and remain focused there, remain steady in our attention toward the self. That ability to remain in this way is called sattvic dhriti. This is at a very subtle level which Bhagavan is talking about here. So dhritya yaya dharayate manapranendriya kriyaha yogena avabhicharinya. Avabhicharinya dhritya. The dhriti which doesn't get distracted. The dhriti which doesn't falter or goes from one point to another, but holds on to one point of attention and restrains the activities of the mind, the pranas and the senses. That dhriti is called sattvic dhriti. Like when you go to Shiva temple, you will find that all Shiva temple will have Nandi sitting right in front. Of course, you will say it's made up of stone and all, but just for an example, that Nandi will be looking at Lord Shiva and will be just looking at Lord Shiva. Many people will be coming there to the temple, lot of this new dress, this, that, and all. Nandi will not be looking here and there. If somebody else would have been there, devotee of Shiva, he would have looked at everyone except Lord Shiva. Yeah? But Nandi is, even if you come in front, actually you should not come in front of Nandi and Shiva. But even if you come stand there, many people think, पता नहीं कौन बैठा हुआ है, हमको तो शिव जी से मतलब है. They don't care for Nandi. He is very important. So even if you come in, he will see through you and look at Shivji only. So his focus doesn't change. Attention is on one point, doesn't change. So the ability to restrain the activities of the mind and focus our attention on the self and remain there firm without moving, that ability is called Sattvic Dhriti. And this Sattvic Dhriti will lead us to that state of enlightenment. Buddhi will tell us what is the nature of the self and will help us to pay attention on the self. But Sattvic Dhriti will lead us, will take us beyond, will take us to that state of enlightenment. It's like a total focus. So dhritya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena avyavichar. Or to put it in a simple language, the ability to meditate, first of all, with your intellect you can choose the object of meditation, and to ability to remain focused, pay attention to it and not get distracted, that ability is called Sattvic Dhriti, which is very important. Now Bhagavan talks about Rajasic Dhriti. This Rajasic and Tamasic can be understood very easily. Sattvic is difficult to comprehend. So let us see Rajasic. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena phalakankshi dhriti sa partha rajasi yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna. Yaya dhritya, that ability of perseverance by which one holds on to dharma, path of righteousness, then kama, path of desire, then artha, path of acquiring wealth. One holds on to it, dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena, with lot of attachment and also with attachment to the results of action, having desire, attachment and desire for the results of action, that type of perseverance, hey Partha, is called Rajasic. And that is what we see in the world. People pursue the path of earning wealth, for example. So much of perseverance is required. Sometimes they have to struggle and work for it for a long time, acquire the right type of knowledge, and then get a proper job or go on some business and all. And lage raho, and they keep on pursuing it like anything. Come what may. They don't give up. All the time thinking about that, reading those type of magazines, going online and checking out everything, interacting with people, those type of people. And constantly in that world only. Even their dreams are like that only. All the time, money, 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 money. Holding on. It requires ability to hold on to, persevere. See, other person and all, Sattvic person, all, after some time they will give up. Forget about this, running after money and all. Or they will not be able to persevere it very effectively. the path of earning wealth or path of gaining worldly things also requires perseverance, which is called rajasic perseverance. Dharma, kama, even to fulfill desire, they will persevere like anything. Some ambition, some plan is there in the head, and they will put the whole world upside down to achieve it and persevere like anything. Whatever obstacle come or whatever comes, they will not give it up. They will rather die than give up their plans. Then, so dharma, kama, artha, dharma also, some idea about following certain path in a religion or doing some rituals or doing some tirtha yatras. Some people are so perseverant in their tirtha yatras and all, you cannot shake their thing. Or some vrata and all. They will rather die rather than give up their vrata and all, and they will do it like anything. That also requires rajasic type of dhriti only. At home they cannot even walk and all, but when they go on these yatras, they walk like anything. All to Manas Sarovar, to this, Badrinath, Kedarnath, hey, Jai Mata Di, and all this go. It requires perseverance actually. Ordinary, it is not possible. Whatever come में पैर दुख रहा है, गड़बड़ है पेट में, सर चकरा रहा है, but they go on and on and on and on. Such people you will find in their Guinness Book of World Records, in other records. They persevere. That also requires a headstrong person, like holding on to. If you tell them, they don't have सात्विक धृति. If you tell them to sit and meditate, 1 minute भी नहीं हो सकता है. But if you tell them to ये काम करना है, उधर जाना है, ये organize करना है, इधर, they are लगे रहो. They will do it like anything. But if they have to withdraw and focus their attention on the self and pay attention there, that is not possible. So this type of an attachment to the dharma, kama and artha, and having eye on the results, result oriented, such type of dhriti, Bhagavan says, is rajasi. And this leads one to more and more creation of vasanas and samsara only. This also we see a lot of people of this type. But there is something called tamasic dhriti. It's quite wonderful. Wonderful means one should give it up, but you will be able to see it very clearly. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madamevacha na vimunchati durmedhaha dhritissa tamasi mata yaya swapnam bhayam shokam Namimunchati durmedha dhriti satam. So yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madam evacha na vimunchati durmedha dhriti satam asimata. Or you might be having some other reading. So this is called tamasic perseverance or tamasic holding on to. If one holds on to this type of thing, what? Swapnam. Swapnam means some, literally it means dream, but it means some sort of imaginary concept. Holding on to some imaginary concept.